I'm an autumn lover. It's probably my favourite time of year. I think that's the case for most photographers and filmmakers. Anyone with a camera will love autumn for obvious reasons. But not only that, I generally like this time of year anyway. I watch my favourite movies, it's cozy, and I like to get out and enjoy the city a little bit. Walk around, it's comfortable. You know, do all the autumn things. Except the problem is that, well, I don't. I don't do a lot of that stuff. Or at least every year I feel like I kind of miss autumn, or that I kind of mess it up a little bit. I feel like when I go out to take photos, I miss the autumn colors every single year. Like it's either too early or it's too late and there's no leaves left on the trees and it's pretty much just miserable winter. I tend to spend a little bit too much time inside. Well, I mean, that's probably the case with every season, but not this year. This year, I'm gonna go out, gonna take some photos, and I'm gonna make the most of it. Today. The weather's taking a little bit of a turn, as you can see, but it's got me thinking, like, why do people even like autumn anyway? I mean, it seems to me like everybody I talk to is a massive autumn fan these days. I guess the obvious reason is the autumn colours, right? I mean, it's hard not to like the autumn colours, to be fair. And I mean, autumn kind of does make everywhere look just a little bit nicer. If you live in the city, the place is more colourful, kind of makes it look like you live in a movie. You live in the countryside, that also looks a little bit nicer. Also kind of like you live in a movie. Maybe I just spend too much time thinking that I live in a movie. Then there's also the weather. Autumn, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, kind of just right. And I think maybe nostalgia plays a part too. For whatever reason, I think it's like a nostalgic time of year. I guess maybe a lot of us think back to, I don't know, our childhoods when we were going to school. It's time for change. People often reminisce about times when things change. But maybe the more I think about it, the more I think it's for another reason. The more I look around at this time of the year, the more I see a better reason why most people like autumn. It's because most people choose to like it. When you think about it, there are lots of reasons to hate this time of year too, but most people kind of choose not to with this season. It's the ultimate glass half full type of season. I did not expect the weather to get so wet today. But, I mean, still love it, it's autumn, right? It gets colder, it gets darker, it means that summer is over, and as you can see by this video, in many places it rains a lot more. But all you hear is people talking about pumpkin spice and getting to wear their cozy sweaters. And I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, you could probably apply that logic to every season, really. I think there's probably many of you out there that will. But I think autumn is like a little bit different, you know? I mean, look at me, I'm out here filming in the rain, so like, hear me out for a second. I mean, summer is summer, right? That's kind of a naturally positive time of the year anyway. Spring, well, that also has like a positive feeling to it, you know? Things are changing, the winter is over. People usually feel pretty good about spring. Those seasons are pretty weighted to one side, right? And I mean, winter is the same, except it's to the other side. I know there's some nice things about winter too, but to be fair, I think the cons kind of outweigh the pros with that one. Most people, with the exception of maybe like outdoor sports people, winter is just a bad time. Autumn, on the other hand, well, that's a little bit different. It's the only one that you can kind of look at both sides to it. It's the end of summer, sure, but at least it's not going to be as hot anymore. Winter is just around the corner, but yeah, I get to wear my cozy jumper. And yeah, the weather is getting colder, but I mean, look at all these nice colors. And so on and so on. It's a time of the year where I think a lot of us choose to see the positive side of a two-sided coin. If anything, I think the reality is probably more negative than positive. I mean, case in point right here, I'm literally standing in the rain right now. But we choose to enjoy it anyway, and I think that's great. And when I think about why I usually feel pretty good about myself at this time of the year, maybe that's why. Now there's probably a lesson in there somewhere, but I don't want to make this channel too preachy, so for now let's just say it's a lesson for myself. When it comes to creating or taking photos or even the everyday things, choose to see the positive side, even if that means ignoring the negative things, even for a little while. Because yeah, winter is coming, but I mean, those colors make for lovely photos. See you soon.